Part 1. Magnetic Pulsar. Two scientific giants on each sides of the Atlantic had pioneered the development of magnetic pulsars, as we know them today. In the USA, the physicist Dr. Bob Beck was asked by the United States Navy to check out some bizarre events happening to the town Eugene, Oregon. Newspapers reported that people behind the wheel were falling asleep during driving. Dr. Beck noticed a very low frequency of 7.25 Hz was resonating in this area, and he believed that the Russians were behind it, communicating with submarines. At the time, the East Germans developed strobing magnetic pulsars to counter the atmospheric frequencies that were putting people to sleep. These protection magnetic pulsars were small boxes or in a pencil shape, which one could carry in the breast pocket. Inspired by these pulsars, Dr. Beck bought some of these magnetic pulsars and returned with them to the United States for experimenting, and tested them in his newly established workshop. At some point in time, Dr. Beck realized that the lymph system is more extensive than blood vessels, and can hide viral infections and so re-infect the blood. He tried to solve the problem with a device, inducing microcurrents of electricity to specific body parts. Dr. Beck gave presentations at different health shows, and handed out booklets about his devices, including a magnetic pulsar. On the opposite side of the Atlantic, the development of magnetic pulsars were already more advanced. It all began when the physicist Dr. Wolfgang Ludwig from Germany invented a method, his mother in mind, suffering frequently from severe weather-related health problems. These symptoms were caused by certain weather fronts, especially in low-pressure systems and high winds. Her symptoms were often so severe that she felt totally drained from energy and could hardly function. In 1974, Dr. Ludwig fabricated the first small handheld magnetic pulsar, imitating the Earth's magnetic fields. The little magnetic pulsar emitted the Schumann base frequency. The unbelievable occurred as soon as his mother applied the magnetic pulsar to her solar plexus or in the nape of the neck. The symptoms disappeared instantly. His medical knowledge helped him to create the perfect magnetic pulsar. Dr. Ludwig is known as the absolute authority, or as the father of pulsed-magnetic therapy in Germany. He has significantly contributed to the development in the field of complementary medicine. His name is well known amongst alternative therapists in Europe and North America. Many scientific documentations and symposia in Europe and North America are witness of his full commitment to pulsed magnetic therapy. Here are a few titles of his publications and presentations. Magnetic field therapy, scientifically acknowledged. Medical science. Development of an electromagnetic pocket device. Placebo effect of 10 Hz placebo devices. Psychophysiological effects of extremely low-frequency electromagnetic fields, a review. Perceptual and motor skills. Therapy with 10 Hz pulses. Electric and magnetic field strengths in the open and in shielded rooms in the ULF to LF zone. Schumann and the geomagnetic wave therapy. Information to the naturopathy. Basics of the magnetic field therapy with broadband, micro-impulses. Resonances of the organism's own factors for the application of oscillating magnetic fields. Magnet therapy with plasmons. Congress electromagnetic fields and biomembranes. In addition, Dr. Ludwig worked also with NASA to install the first magnetic pulsar on a manned spacecraft. Years later, Dr. Ludwig developed the biomedici magnetic pulsar, with its over 100 different frequency selections, including the important Schumann frequency. Contrary to most in North America fabricated magnetic pulsars, with notoriously extreme high, pulsed magnetic fields, the biomedici works with a small magnetic field strength of only 5 mg. The special pre-treated antenna, combined with precise frequencies, waveforms and harmonics, produces, according to Dr. Ludwig's research, all the necessary elements to achieve the maximum therapy success in treating most of the common health problems. If you are familiar with holistic therapy, you know already the motto, less is more. This approach was also applied to the biomedici magnetic pulsar. Following statement of a German hospital will interest you. It shows the capacity of the magnetic pulsar. Hospital report, Germany. In following years, double-blind test with 20 magnetic pulsars were carried out in a hospital in Germany. This report states the following: for about 2 years now, 20 magnetic pulsars have been in constant use in our hospital. With all magnetic pulsars, we have carried out numerous treatments on about 3,000 patients. We have prepared a list of indications, showing the various frequency ranges used, and the treatment points of applications on the body. These values, and also the various applications of magnetic therapy, were selected on the basis of the experiences reported by all the doctors in our hospital. For all the indications mentioned, the treatment was more than 60% successful. For about 50 indications, the success rate was 80%, and for 10 indications, success was achieved in 95% of the cases. This treatment had a relaxing, calming and compensatory effect on the patients. One aspect of the biomagnetic therapy that strikes us as worth mentioning is that the magnetic pulsars are very easy to use, and no complications or side effects have been reported in any case. We have used the magnetic pulsars for the last 2 years. It has been proven to be so successful that we will continue to use them in the future. We will recommend the magnetic pulsars to all practicing doctors. Medical Director and Chief of Staff. Signature. Please read the true stories of clients at these websites.